What's up, Nerd? Nurdie J here, and welcome to an all-new episode of Nurdie J Builds. Today we are going to continue on with the Powerdashers, and we are going to build Drill. So I'm going to cut him out, and we'll cut to and start building. Now that this has been cut out, let's start with the build. So this you can find in my description down below or to the side or wherever the description is. It's over at DeviantArt currently. It's the only place that I found that you can actually download it for free. So I post this there. It's my own creation, and essentially I just wanted to have an option of having people to have this for free. Also, if you go to Hobbies with Jose on Discord, you can find them there in the art section. So there's an option there. But I don't know if you can print it out or download it or what have you. So let's get to building. I got the instructions off onto the side, and we're going to focus on the center one, and start with the head. And then, yeah, let's think. What am I looking forward to? Well, right now I am building these. Well, at least this one. While I'm waiting for TJ Omega to come out with his newest video, says he's doing a series of videos. It's a continuous series of one video a day type thing for his audience. And so I've been wanting to see what he comes out with. Sometimes it's a little bit of a rant. Sometimes it's newsworthy. And then others it's just for fun. So, honestly, I enjoyed those videos. Also, what I'm doing is, in the background, I am now joined up with Discord. Unfortunately, I don't have the channel up on there because, honestly, with only 10 subscribers currently as of this video, I don't feel like it's worthy having a Discord channel. I don't know if that would bring more audience in. I don't know, but where my audiences don't really like to communicate with me or subscribe, they just watch. That essentially, I don't know what would be beneficial, what wouldn't be. So essentially, I'm kind of at a loss mentally for that. And I've also signed up to what's it called? Twitch. I don't stream. I do not know the first thing about streaming. I am very much a noob when it comes to that. So, essentially, I am just watching streams of Hobbies with Jose. He's currently doing pixel art of Megatron. This week he's taking, the week of this recording, he is taking a break to watch a movie. Says, way it sounds like the movie that he's going to be watching is going to be at the same time as him going to be streaming. So essentially push came to shove and he wasn't able to stream today for this week. And so the pixel art is on a break, which is kind of sad. I do like talking his ear off about Transformers, but on the plus side, he'll be streaming on Saturday, so I can talk off his ear at that point. It's a lot of fun. I am finding it a safe community with his people, because I'm very much not sociable in general, and I kind of just don't know what I am doing half the time, and I have lost my glue. All right, found the glue. So, yeah, with this community, Jose has been just really awesome to deal with. If you even want to call that dealing with, he is very gracious and stuff. And I hope that, I can achieve some of that, what he has. Because he's on the way of having 500, no, it's 5,000 subscribers or 50,000 something with dealing with the 5 subscribers. And he's going to have something for that. So, shout outs to him and his channel. Let's hope that my channel can grow to somewhere around that size eventually. Not the biggest if I don't hit that goal. Really, I'm doing this for the fun of it. I would like to eventually get paid for this, but at the same time, I have absolutely no skills to speak of. So, and yeah, you can consider this digital art paper model thing a skill, but that's not going to pay the bills. So, unless if I start charging people for it. So essentially, I forgot to fold these little flaps underneath his head. Oopsie. So essentially, even though that would be a great idea and expanding the quote unquote business and make this an actual worthwhile venture, you know what? Currently, I'm just happy making videos. I think that's where a lot of people need to be when making videos, is that they're just happy to do it. They're not in it for the money. They're just in it to provide content for people. Now come to this little flap. Cut it out. And don't have to worry about any flaps on this one. And cut that out. And there is this very faint yellow line that you will glue the head onto. So this is going to be essentially your extender mechanism. I am cautiously excited for Transformers 1. Because it's got Air Arachnid in that movie. I don't know why. Because of that, and also just the way they're portraying it. And I know it's more than just the Align continuity, but that's when they were making this big push about Optimus Prime and Megatron being friends as close as brothers. Before the war happened. It's giving me the Align continuity vibes for that movie. It's not giving me like Bayverse or anything like that. I guess if you want to, wince, you could say because they're like brothers. That's why Optimus Prime said in the first movie that they were brothers. But honestly, I'm like, that's its own continuity. And I'm not a fan of that continuity. So, but I do like the toys. Most of the toys I do like. I'm trying to get myself a Wreckage from that toy line, and a couple others. Like I want to get a what's it called? Trying to think of the name. A fast action battler of jazz, because I just recently got recently, as in the past few months, I recently got the Legends class jazz. I already got the AKO of the Human Alliance jazz, because getting the Human Alliance jazz at that point, at least, was just astronomical. I could not afford it. And so the KO was available. Needed a little bit of a mod to one of the legs, because one of the back bumpers wouldn't transform at all, and so it just needed a little bit of a shave, and then it became more rotational, and so that was pretty much all it needed. And but I did get that. I do have the a version of the deluxe. I have the G1 homage deluxe of Jazz. I have the studio series of him. Still wanting to get the masterpiece of it, even though he can come apart. But at the same time, even though he can come apart, you would have to like unlock a mechanism for him to come apart. So I'm not too worried about that. It's just the price of it, especially since it's no longer available in retail. Um, but essentially, yeah, I do like the toys. I'm just not a fan of the movies themselves. And it took me a long time to separate the two. Um, and so, okay. Now it says cut out. You don't want to cut out here, like you're going in, um, because, well, technically you can, because you are going to have a bit of a backpack here. But the best idea is to cut out the hole, but then this part right here is going to be very flimsy. So I'm going to try and be like, okay, I'm just going to cut it, like, and just hope for the best. Because this is my first time building it, even though it's been like maybe 6 months to a year since I made these. And I made them because, and never tested them because I didn't have a printer at that point. So, now I do have a printer, and now I got card stock, and so essentially everything is going aces in that sense. So, all right, and then just fold everything, and don't forget to fold the tabs like I did with the head. So, anything else that I want to talk about? Um, well, my birthday, well, I'm recording this before my birthday, but this is going to come out maybe in October. But my birthday is coming up, and Ben is planning on treating me to Transformers for my birthday. So, and then he's even offered to do a review with me to do for the Transformers movie. So it'll be like our Deadpool and the others that, we'll give our reaction, well, our thoughts of what we're hoping it to be, and then essentially our reaction afterwards. So it's not going to be a movie review per se. There will be spoilers like usual, but yeah, we will be labeling it spoilers. So essentially, if you do want to see the movie unspoiled, then there's no chance of that happening. So because then you wouldn't be watching it. But if you don't care about spoilers, like I'm 50-50. Well, more like 80% don't care if I watch a spoiler or not. And sometimes spoilers get me enthused to see a movie compared to just seeing trailers. I'm kind of weird that way. But essentially, yeah, I could just slide that through the bottoms. So essentially, we'll give our spoiler review, and maybe if I get more views on that kind of stuff on the reactions, or just saw is what they're labeled as. If I get more views on that, I might start branching out to, instead of just doing theatrical movies the day we see it, might branch out to like other things, like what's my opinion on Transformers Prime movie, or was my opinion on Transformers RAD Episode 1 from 2015, that kind of stuff. And it's not just limited to Transformers. What about Power Rangers, Super Sentai? What are my reactions or my thoughts of that kind of stuff? Or Ben might have a video game series that I've never seen, like Mega Man. I have not seen Mega Man before from the 90s. He might have that. And, might do a reaction on that or something. So something to think about um, when you're scrolling by those videos. So, all right, let's get that head through. And it's going to be it's going to be a bit of a wedge because I have a flange on one side and the other side is not straight. So let's try and get this wedged in the best we can. Pulling it a bit. So yeah, this is going to be your mileage may vary kind of paper model, but I'm going to cut here because I'm probably going to have to do something to be able to fit the head through. And then once I get the head through, I'll show you what it's supposed to look like. So I just forced it through, and it's going to be a little weird, but essentially what you want to do is have it be able to go to this to be a drill, and then raise it up all the way, but not all the way because you'll have the head popping off the little panel. The panel needs to be a little bit stiffer, so I might just want to eventually put in another layer so that it adheres. And then you just want the face to be visible, like so. So get that little mouth out. So there's that. Now coming to the arms. Cut out one set of arms. I'm going to cut out both just to make life a little bit easier, and so I know what I'm doing. So essentially, I want to. So right over here where the wheels are is a green line. That will attach to right here. Then there's a red line here that'll attach to the red line here. So, since I glued all this together already, I am going to just create a tab here and just essentially line it up to up here since it's not really meant to be that visible. And essentially, instead of having black here, it'll just be white. So, that's the compromise I'm making. So, how are you guys doing? Let me know in the comments. Are you guys enjoying these videos? Because I do love making these. And essentially, I'm just curious of what my audience's reactions are, since no one likes to comment or anything, even though I asked them to. But essentially, yeah, how'd you find out about this channel? Was it just on your feed? Was it like you actually searched it? You know, something? You know, essentially, just curious on how you found the channel and, you know, are you enjoying it? Because I'm using these kind of to gauge feedback and stuff, and with the lack of feedback that I'm getting, I just don't really know if these are actually good or if it's like a whole bunch of bots are just watching this or what the deal is. So, I know I watch this, even though I edit it, I watch it just to definitely make sure it's watchable once it's out on Sundays. And then if it needs to be redone, 50-50 chance if I do it. So far, I haven't had a chance to redo any of these. I don't think any of these are necessarily that bad that they need a redo. And so that, and yeah, just let me know if you're throwing like a watching party. I know Ben sometimes will watch this with his mom, and have a little bit of a watching party together from time to time. And so that's really good to hear. I'm really happy about that. And so essentially that at least gets more eyes on the channel. Might not get me more views, but it does give me more eyes. So, and that gives me more of a reaction base. So, um, but I'm thinking she's mainly watching it just to watch Ben's stuff, since it is his mom after all. But yeah, that should work. That should do nicely. So essentially, yeah, just let me know, some stuff. Like, what are you guys excited for movie wise? What are you guys like collecting? Are you in this for the Digimon? Are you in this for the Transformers, the paper crafting, everything? It's just I would like to have some feedback at this point. So, and then pull that up. Okay, that should work. All right. So, yeah. Sorry about going off on a tangent like that, guys. Just just been dealing. Let's call it that. And so, essentially, Ben and I will be taking a break. We don't know if we'll bring it back, but we will be taking at least a break on the Let's Tries, the Nerdy Boys Tries things. Mainly health reasons, and also, um, we're just not really finding anything that we want to try on video per se in a while. So, we're just going to be taking a break. But also, in the comments, if you happen to watch this, give Ben some ideas on what you want to see him do. He wants to do video game stuff, and essentially, I'm all for it. I am constantly telling him how good of his ideas are, even interject some of my ideas, though they get shot down. But essentially, it's just that, Ben's very not sure, and he just wants to know what the viewers want. He was thinking about doing some video game reviews or reaction type stuff. I'm not 100% sure what he wants to do. We've also been talking about doing some gamer eats, like what kind of snacks we like to usually do while we're gaming by ourselves or together, while we're online. Or simple recipe type things. We were thinking about that as an idea. Let us know if you guys want to see that. Now I know Metal Jesus Rocks did something similar to that, but that was mainly like cooking. I just want to make cooking a very like low effort type thing. And so like testing out waffle irons and trying to make nachos out of using a waffle iron, not gonna happen. But like going around town and picking up some stuff that we like to eat while gaming, or else simple recipes that we are known for. That essentially not necessarily that we are known for, but we know of. Like just throwing that out there, like Ben likes to do. Ben and I both. He got me into it. Is cottage cheese with chips. And so he got me into that, and essentially, that would be essentially close to what the recipes would be. Just like a few items, no more than 5, and then minimal cooking, like something that you could probably pop in the microwave at best, to heat through. So we're not gonna be like super cooking type stuff, like Sauce Stash or the Burger Dude or stuff like that. It's just game foods that we like to eat and that we like to game with too. But let us know if that's something that you guys want to see. I can't stress that kind of stuff out enough. To let us know, give us feedback. Because I am trying to build a community more than anything. And so that is kind of where I'm standing, as not to make money, as to have a hobby, have people feel safe at the as a community, um, and have fun. That's pretty much the goals. So, okay. So there's that. And then find the other hand. And I do not have enough slack on this, so I'll just attach another piece of paper, probably right here, and do that. I'm going to cut because I got some background stuff happening all of a sudden, and so I got to take care of that, and I will come back and the arms will be done. And since I'm back, this is what the arms look like. So let's test up this arm. Okay, and pull that forward. Okay, so there's that. Now to finish off with the legs. Legs, you just fold on the lines, fold them fours, attach them on this white line on both sides, and they'll just go to the front of the legs to form legs. And then I'll cut back again because I'm having some cat issues currently, so I gotta take care of Shadow, and I will be back again. And here is the finished product. Sorry, this probably only just took a couple seconds for you. For me, it took closer to a half hour. Shadow got his claws caught in the bathtub drain thing, and he pulled out the little hair trap thing for it, and essentially he I was trying my best to not get him injured while removing it from his claw. He has been having this habit of removing the little hair stopper for some reason, and just laying in the bathtub. I don't know why, but that's why it takes so long for me in the background. So for this guy, let's take a look. Yeah, he does have a flat drill. Nothing I can personally do about it. If you know how to make more funnel-like design for paper models that also can be a cube for a head, you know, more power to you. You can just download it, mod it, and share your results with me in either the comments below or on just attach me. I don't know how it works per se, but I'm assuming you just put if you're a part of DeviantArt, you just put me in the like at Nurdie J on DeviantArt type thing and share your results there. So this is drill. Right here is just some paper clips that I clipped on so his arms aren't flopping around a bit. He also has them in the back. He doesn't stand all too well, mainly because his legs tend to go forward a lot. So yeah, essentially, this is the best I can do. So, and so let's do some comparisons while we're in this mode. Let's get these tabbed back in. So I'm going to just hold this guy just so I don't have to worry about him flopping about and folding over. So here he is with the previous build of Par. And they're kind of about the same shape and size. So there's that. And here he is with Drill, the actual Powerdasher. So there's that. Let me get Drill standing. And just so you know the difference. So there's that. Now for transformation of this guy, you push in the head so that the face does not show anymore. Be careful so you're not tearing things. So get at least most of the head disappeared. Take off the paper clips and just be careful because you are going to be scraping against two edges. So try and get that situated so I can just pull this off. And then, yeah, you have to worry about the paper clips digging in to the paper, which is what I'm dealing with. So what I tend to do is flatten out the cube, grab a hold, and pull it out. And that usually solves the issue for the most part until it gets cut again. So there's that. Um, so, but that's not part of the paper model. It's just the way I'm keeping it so that it is still and stuff. So, yeah. So just bear with me as I get things unclipped. Now that's unclipped, you rotate the arm up, and then you rotate this the forearm back, and then these are going to be sticking out. What I would recommend is getting like an X-Acto knife and cutting like right in here, the front part of this section, just cutting a little slot so the smaller tab of the paper clip can slide in. But then you'll also have issues with it just what am I trying to say? Oh, this is coming out. Um, it just getting wedged in and potentially tearing, so just be careful. Just gonna glue this right way. Hold on to it. And also by creating that little tab thing on the inside of that flap, right here at the collar, would also help it from separating like this. So I haven't thought of another way of doing that, but that's the way this is going to go down. So essentially, these are supposed to be flat as possible. So he doesn't really have much of a drill. But essentially, you also want to feed the feet in, kind of just collapse the feet a bit so that they wedge in to the arms. Here, just so you can see what I'm trying to do. So I'm folding them in at the base and trying to wedge them into the arms. I kind of made the arms the same size as the legs. I wasn't thinking very far ahead of that, so it's a good test build thing. But essentially, just feed that through, then slide the paper clip there, keep everything together. So technically, you don't need these paper clips unless you just want to weigh the arms down. But you will need the leg paper clips no matter what. So be mindful of that. So collapse this and feed the arms, the legs into the arms. The best you can. And since I collapsed the arm, it kind of just made it harder for the leg to feed through. Then just clip this together. And here is his little drill mode. So, coming up are comparisons. Here he is with drill in the Alt mode. And yeah, I made these horizontal, but that instead of vertical, that's just mainly of a choice that I did, so I can simplify the transformation. So here they are there, and even you can tell here that drill does not have much of a nose cone, so I kind of kept that true. So there's that, and here he is with his paper model mate car, and that's what they look like together. So, I hope you enjoyed this build of Drill, the Papercraft. Once again, you can find the link down below to get this paper model set. I've been Nurdie J for Nurdie Boys, and I'll catch you next time.